everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to analyze this particular stock Workhorse group. If you can see this particular chart, the price is right now in retracement. So we want to find out where is it going to stop retracing and what is the trend in this particular stock. We're going to do several analyses, the power analysis, the angle of attack analysis, the strength, the HOG, Fibonacci, the T1, T2. There are several analyses I'm going to do in this video to understand thoroughly and fully what is happening in this particular stock Workhorse. So if you're interested in investing or having some position in this particular stock, do watch until the end, so you're going to benefit a lot from this video. This is Shah&Co. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's begin our analysis. So I'm going to do several analyses in this particular video. So I'm going to start with power analysis. This is actually the most significant analysis, the most reliable analysis, which tells us what is the sentiment between the buyers and the sellers. So I'm going to focus on this part where the price went up, retrace, went up and retrace. So I want to analyze what is the power that is between the buyers and sellers here. So to do that, I'm going to use the Fibonacci analysis tool. So you see, I'm right now in the logarithm chart. Okay, so and I'm going to start my analysis from down here. So I'm going to do a bit of comparison of the Fibonacci levels. So now you can see when the buyers push the price up, then the sellers push it down. So the price retrace, and it retraced to about 50% level. Okay, so the sellers only managed to pull down to the 50% level. So we're going to compare the strength of the seller. Right now it's about 50%. So we're going to compare that with the current loop. So this is the current loop. So we have the buyers buying it up, and right now the sellers are pulling it down. So buyers pulling it up very sharply, then the sellers pulling it down. Again, we are actually at the 50% level. So when we compare the previous loop, the initial loop here, and the current loop, we see the level of the buyers and sellers, or rather the seller in particular, because we are looking at the retracement. So we are only focusing on seller and not the buyers at this moment. I'll talk about the buyers in a while. So right now you see the buyers in the first round, it pulled down at 50%, and the second round it also pulled down by 50%. Right now it's still dropping, the price is still dropping, so we are not sure whether it's going to stop at that 50% or it's going to go even lower than that. But as of now, the sellers are, comparing to the previous round and current round, they are still in the even level. So they are still kind of neutral, I'll say. So there is no excessive power of sellers at this moment yet, as of now. But we're gonna do further analysis to see where the price, the current retracement. You see, the current retracement has not yet stopped. So the price went down, went up again, and it continues to go down again. So it did not go beyond the previous high. So there was not enough buyers to pull it up all the way to previous high. So in fact, the sellers come in and then they're trying to put on the price at this point where I'm pointing my mouse cursor to. So where is it going to head to? Where is it going to head to? That's really critical for a lot of us here. So to analyze that, I will have to use the angle of attack. Yes, I'm going to use angle of attack. So I'm not sure how many of you have heard of this. So we're going to use the angle of attack to know where possibly it might retrace to. Okay, I'm going to clear off my chart here. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to use a tool. I'm going to take this tool called trend angle. So this is going to tell us we're going to look at the angle wise, how is the attack happening from the sellers. We are still right now focusing on sellers. We'll come to buyers in a while. Okay, now I'm going to use the previous loop and compare that with the current loop. Okay, so I see in the previous loop, so okay, so this is the angle of attack. So it retraces all the way from there all the way to here, and it creates about 71 degrees, right? Now as of now, the current loop is from there to here. The angle of attack as of now is 85%. we just need 1/3 of the previous height. So the previous height for this 71 degree, we just need 1/3 of it. In fact, we already have more than that. Comparing the current retracement with the previous retracement, as long as I already have 1/3 of the previous retracement, I can already start this analysis. I'm well beyond that. So right now I have quite a long retracement here, and it is creating like 85 degrees. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to move the previous retracement to the current retracement, and I'm going to overlap it. So do you see one thing? When I overlap it, the current retracement, like around, I think it's around 85. Yes, it's around 85. So the 85 retracement is well beyond the 71 retracement degree that we saw earlier. That means there is kind of panic like selling for the current sellers compared to the previous round sellers. During the previous round, the price went up sharply, and then the sellers came in. They only managed to have an attack of 71 degrees. But currently the attack is more severe. It's like there's a more kind of a panic kind of selling. So degree of attack is 85. So what can we do from these facts? Okay, comparing with the previous 71 with current 85, what can we do reduction here? Okay, so that means the sell down currently is more severe. So when the sell down currently is more severe, we can expect the price to go even lower than previous low. Okay, previously, as you can see, the length of that 71 degree angle, so it is somewhere around, if I were to bring it down, I can see it it's supposed to retrace up to $10.62, right? So you see, I'm bringing it down, I can see my price also moving, it's around $10.62. So because of the current attack, which is 85 degrees, is well beyond the previous one, so it should be able to go even below than the previous, and exactly has done that. You see, now the price, the low that we have reached is around $7.51. But is that the low? Is that the low? Okay, according to the theory, right? This is analysis known as the arts analysis. According to this analysis theory, right? Yes, if your degree of attack is beyond more than the previous degree of attack, the price is going to go even well below that. Okay, so we already experienced that. In fact, according to the theory, where will it stop? Where should the retracement roughly stop? The answer for that is it should roughly stop at the nearest support after the high of that previous retracement. So this is the previous retracement, 71 degree retracement. It stopped around $10.75. So now the support after that $10.75 is here. Okay, around here. So I'm going to draw a line to show you the support. So the immediate support available is somewhere around here. Okay, so roughly here we do have a support. Okay, here roughly we do have support. So that means the current retracement has not ended yet. That's why you see the price moved up and then it turned back. It's right now it's actually falling down, and we can expect the price to even fall all the way to $3.58, around $3.50, something 58 cents, somewhere around there. So we can expect that this particular retracement is going to go all the way up to here, and it might stop somewhere around this region. Okay, it may stop somewhere around this region. Okay, this is the support we have with the immediate support after that. So if you have some position right now, stay strong, and unless you might want to sell if you are currently already in a profit region, and even if you want to cut loss and all that, so it's up to you. But we are not completed our analysis. We have a lot more to talk. So right now we are saying that it is will retrace all the way to that $3.58. This is as of now. I mean, I have more to talk, so just listen, continue to listen. You gain more information. There might be positive news for you after this. Okay, so but this might be a good news for those who are aiming to enter this particular stock, taking a position. So you might want to wait until this particular region, $3.58, for you to make an entry. But those of you already having entry, you might want to do a cut loss. It's up to you. Again, it's your decision. Okay. So that's the expectation. So that's the expectation we have right now. What else? Okay, so now I'm going to continue with the buyer's part. So we have so far have looked at the seller part. So now let's look at the buyer. So there might be some good news for you right now for those who are holding this particular stock. Workhorse Group. So let's see. Buyers, how are you doing here? Okay, so to analyze the buyers, I need to have this trend line. So this is a low and that's the high event too, right? And then that's the low, because the buyer is going to push all the way from the low to high, right? So that's why I'm highlighting. So from your naked eye, do you see anything in terms of the length of these two lines? Which one is longer? Is it the first line which I'm pointing right now, or the second line? Obviously the second line is longer, right? So that's a good news then. That's a good news then, because the first round buyers managed to pull up that much, but the second round buyers managed to pull her even further away. So there are more strength in the buyers. So that's a good news. So when there is a strength in the buyers, we can expect the price to move on. Okay, we can expect the price to move on. But just now we saw that the power is neutral. So when the power is neutral, okay, when we did the power analysis, I think I forgot to mention one thing. When we saw just now, price went up, went down by around 50%, went up, went down by 50%. Okay, what exactly we want to do there is basically, even though we found out it's kind of even, what we are aiming to understand is, if say for example they are not even, let's say we have the previous buyer like 50% pull down, and the current round we have like say around 38%. Let's say, just assume, though we know it's 50, but let's assume it's 38. So that means the current sell down is 38% compared to previous seller 50%, right? So the current sell down is weakening. So when the current sell down is weakening, that means the buyer are in force. The buyers are in force, not the sellers. Okay, so that's why when we compare the power, we know who is controlling. So as of now, we know that it's even, buyer and seller is kind of even. But if the happen to, if say for example, this particular, but one thing we noticed, right? So we said that it may retrace all the way up to $3.58, right? Somewhere around here. So that will mean that it's gonna, the seller is gonna pull it down well beyond $30. Sorry, 50%. The seller is gonna put down well beyond 50%, right? So so that means the sellers will gain control over the buyers. So when the seller, let's assume if the price actually fall down to this level $3.58, then we will have a different scenario. So as of here, the sell down is like 50%. Okay, this sell down is 50% Fibonacci retracement, but for here it will be well beyond 50%, and definitely the sellers are in control, not the buyers. So we can expect that the price will not go beyond the previous high. So the power analysis that I was discussing earlier is actually trying to measure whether there is any energy in this stock for the buyers to pull it up well beyond the previous high, which is where I'm pointing my mouse cursor to. But according to our current projection, right, the price may not cross that previous high, may not cross. Okay, the power is not there. Even though when we did our strength analysis, right now we see that if you compare this particular length with that particular length, we notice that the current more recent upward move is having a longer up move compared to the previous. That signifies it has got strength, but strength means it can still move up. But the power tells you whether it can move beyond the previous high. So that means what? Right now the price is going to fall, but sooner after that, after it touched that somewhere around $3.58, it will go up. The strength is still there. But when you go up, it may not go beyond the previous high. It may after that retrace back somewhere around there. So that's a kind of imagination we have right now based on the study according to this arts analysis. So I hope you've able to differentiate between the strength analysis, it tells you whether there is still ability to move up. That's a strength. Then the power analysis will tell you that the price can go beyond the previous high. Okay. So as of now, it's neutral. Power is neutral, but we expect the power to get weakened. The seller, especially the buyers, get weakened. The seller going to gain control. That's what the expectation right now. Okay, so we have done the strength and we have done the strength analysis. But when we did the strength analysis, we found out the current strength is actually stronger compared to the previous. That means it's a positive news. We expect the price to continue to move up, right? So, but we want to see whether is there any, can we have a reliability on this analysis, on the strength analysis? Because sometimes we can have a fake indication. The strength, the analysis may say that okay, you have strength, but actually finally it turned out that the price did not really move up. It's possible to have. So let's try to clear our chart again and try to look at what is known as HOG, head of Gangster. So by looking at the head of Gangster, okay, so maybe let me try to adjust my chart. Okay, I think this is good enough. Not yet. Okay, this is good enough. Okay, so we want to look for, I think I would like to switch it to monthly chart, weekly chart, so that we have a bit clearer picture. Okay, so now it's getting clearer. Okay, now it's clearer. Now I'm going to look for HOG, head of Gangster. What we mean by HOG is we want to find longest bullish candle. Okay, so among all so we do have an uptrend, right? Along that particular uptrend from here to there, that's the length of uptrend, right? The first uptrend. So during the first uptrend here, we want to find out which is the longest candle, bullish longest candle. Okay, it's very clear to our eye. This particular candle is the longest. Am I right? Similarly, in the second round of up move, you're gonna find for the longest candle as well, and it's very clear the longest candle is here, right? Longest candle is there. Now after we find out this longest candle is known as head of Gangster. So we have two head of Gangster for each round. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our Fibonacci tool, but we're going to do a bit of modification to that. Okay, so it shows all the Fibonacci level, right? But I'm going to replace that Fibonacci level with 3 levels only. So I'm going to divide all equally to 33%. Okay, now you can see that. So it's now equally divided to 33%. I'm going to do the same for the second one. Okay. Now we want to see where is that head of Gangster located. During the first round, the head of Gangster is located in the middle section. Similarly, for the second round also it is located in the middle section. That means in terms of fakeness, we cannot identify any fakeness in the analysis because it's just suggesting to us it's neutral. So okay, to give you a bit more perspective, right? So right now we managed to see that the current the previous uptrend is lower, the current uptrend is more, right? So we concluded that it has got strength, right? So if it genuinely has got strength, real strength, then what will happen is the head of Gangster will appear in a higher level in the previous round and in the lower level in the subsequent round. Okay, so that is when you have a genuine kind of what you call strength. But right now we are not saying it's having fake, but we are just saying that it's neutral. Okay, it is no we can just accept it has got strength, or if you don't want to accept it doesn't have strength, it's up to you. It's neutral right now. Okay, so buyer sentiment is kind of neutral right now because they're both in the same level. Okay, it will be better if we have the head of Gangster in the first round to appear at a higher level. It could be at the second level, it could be at the higher level, but in the second level we must get it at a lower level. Okay, so we are expecting it will be better if we have the first round HOG at the higher level. Any higher level, can be level at the top level or middle level, but in the second round we must have it at a lower level. If in the first round it's on the third level, in the second round it becomes second level or first level, then becomes then it's much, it will get stronger, right? So if previously it was in second level, then it can be in first level in the first round. Okay, so that's when we have a stronger kind of strength. Okay, so by right now it's just neutral. So we are kind of done with that analysis, trend analysis. Now I think I want to add on a bit on Fibonacci. So because I think I can explain another thing about Fibonacci. So let's try to look at the current Fibonacci. So what you can also understand from, I will enable back my Fibonacci levels. So you can actually get to know another thing with the Fibonacci. So what is that other thing you can know about Fibonacci? So that no. I think make sure you click this particular checkbox, Fibonacci level based on log scale, because my chart is on log scale. Okay, now when it's log scale, it says that okay, it retraced to 50%, right? That 50% is very important. I just want to talk a bit about 50%. So as long as the retracement is not more than 50%, you are safe. I mean, there is very high chance the price will continue to move up. But the moment the retracement go well beyond 50%, like 61 or 78 and all that, the possibilities for the for it to continue to go up, to continue the trend, okay, is weakening. Not to say it's a reversal, it's weakening. Okay, it's weakening. Okay, so that's what I want to mention. So right now is still a trend is still intact. So we are in an uptrend. So if you look at the Dow analysis, so the low is getting higher. Okay, if you believe that this is the low here, so it's getting higher, and the high is getting higher, right? So I'm highlighting the high now. The high is getting higher, right? So it's well in an uptrend. Right now it's uptrend. So if it did not go well beyond that 50%, it is going to maintain that uptrend. But if it goes below 50%, which we are expecting, unfortunately, it may get weakened. It may get weakened for the uptrend. Okay. So that's one point. So lastly, what I want to do is I want to do a bit of time domain analysis. So let's look from time domain perspective. What does it tell us? Okay, so I'm going to use a tool called Fibonacci Trendbase. Okay, so right now I'm going to use this Fibonacci Trendbase retracement. Take the low, go to the high, go to the next low. Okay, so now it gives us projection. Where is the next up move going to be? So we're going to study the history. Did in the history all our targets achieve or not? So we're going to look at our high target. So what is the high target now? So you see, when the price moved up, when you compare time duration taken to price to move up, compare for the price to move down, who took longer time? Actually, the low is here. Okay. So when you compare, this is how long it took for price to move up. This is how long it took down for price to move down. So who took longer? Definitely the buyer took longer time. The seller took a short time to move down. So that means sellers were quite strong in terms, at least from time domain analysis. Sentiments of the sellers were quite strong. That's why they pulled down quickly. So according to the theory, we will have to put our projection at level 0.618 because the sellers quite strong. Okay, so this is the target we are putting. And clearly our target is achieved. So you can see the price moved well above our target. So then we call that our target, up target is hit. So our up target is hit. So that is the good news. So as long as we hit our up target, it means the trend is on the way. I mean the trend is still intact. Okay. Now we also need to look at the down target. So let's see our down target. So I need to remove. Why is it not removing? Wait, I need to change my cursor. Okay. Now, to look at the down target. What is a down target? I need, okay, so I need a downward. It's always good idea to draw the trend lines. Okay, so let us try to draw trend line. So from here to here, from there to there. So this is going to help us in the analysis. Okay, from there all the way to here. Okay, we are just picking up all those major retracement. Okay, some of us will confuse. This is also a retracement. Do you want to consider that? But there is a major retracement here. I think I'll go straight. It's like saying that it's on the way up. Okay, so usually we only pick up the major ones. Okay, so this is down and all the way to up. Okay, so all the other hiccups along the way, up, move, down, up, down, up, so we don't consider those as a major retracement. Okay, so this is basically our current trend lines. Okay, based on this trend line, just now I was using this particular loop. Wait, this particular loop. Then I was putting a target somewhere around here, right? So that's the immediate loop we have. That the loop that goes up, down. The current one is only going up, not going down yet. It's not completed, so I don't want to take that portion. So now I need a loop that go down. Okay, so we have a loop that go down. Okay, this is the one that go down and then up. I'm going to use this. Okay, so let us try to do that. So rise from there to down to up. Okay, now so we need to measure how long it took, how long time perspective, how long it took to go down and to move up. So definitely we can see from I here that it took longer time to move down or shorter time to move up, right? So when it took shorter time to move up, then we need to use 0.618. So our target is at this level, 0.618 here, and clearly the target was not achieved, right? So you can see that we still have a bit of gap here, target not achieved, right? So that means the low target not achieved, but the high target was achieved here. So that is a pretty good news, because when the high target achieved, low target not achieved, it means it's an uptrend, and it's reliable uptrend. Okay, so and we can expect it to continue to move in that direction. Okay, so that is from the time domain analysis. So summary, what can we summarize here? Yes, it is an uptrend. Number one conclusion. Strength. Yes, it has got strength, but is it a very powerful strength? It has got power, but it's not very powerful because of the HOG is just telling us neutral. Then in terms of power, the power right now, as of now, is even, but we expect the price to go even lower, the retracement. So we're expecting this retracement to go even lower, right? Just now I showed to you. So overall, its price is going to go down, okay, but it still have the ability to move up thereafter. Okay, it still have ability to move up thereafter, and we were fixing that this is our this level is our target, where the price roughly may come to halt and start to move up. But when it price is somewhere around this area, right, somewhere around this area, you need to look for reversal candlestick patterns, and if reversal candlestick patterns can be observed, then you can start to take position, and then you will get you will gain that up move potential, because we are expecting the price to move after it touched the low. I hope you have gained a lot of information from this particular video. So if you have gained a lot of information, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button before you leave this channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.